about a little baseball. Well, in my opinion, Justin Verlander will win the Cy Young Award and the MVP. Unless he falters in the next couple of weeks, it's going to be his award to win. I think the voters will punish the Yankee player, Curtis Granderson. I think the Red Sox have two players right now who are MVP worthy in Jacoby Ellsbury and Adrian Gonzalez, and I think they're both going to steal votes from one another. I think my man Batista in Toronto is a super stud player who will always just put up big numbers, but unfortunately he won't win this award because his team is not successful. But the bottom line to me is that Verlander, with 22 wins, with the possibility of possibly winning 25 games this season, will definitely win the Cy Young. And I think people will look at his season and say it's a season to remember and reward him with the MVP. I don't think he's done anything more spectacular than Granderson. I don't think he's done anything more spectacular than Gonzalez. I think Gonzalez deserves a lot of credit because of the fact that Gonzalez has come from the National League and has shown why a lot of people felt that when he was in the National League he was a super player. I think he's come to the American League to show the Red Sox fans that he is not afraid of the big spot. But I think that his teammate Ellsbury is just having a great year, and he's going to take votes away from him because of the simple fact that he's just coming from out of nowhere. He's got 25 home runs, he's got a lot of stolen bases, he's playing unreal defense, just like Gonzalez is doing. And I think they're just going to cross each other out. Granderson has kind of cooled off a little bit lately. And I think that even though he's putting up prodigious numbers, I don't think that the voters will say, well, he's on the Yankees, and yes, he's filled in for A-Rod because A-Rod has not had a big year. But, the Yankees are so loaded that any one person on that team can go off, and people are not surprised that this has happened. I think the Rookie of the Year race in both leagues is going to be very close. I think Mark Trumbo for the Angels will win the award because I think Mr. Nova from the Yankees had to go down to the farm for a little bit and sort of work out some of his problems. But again, I think the voters will punish Nova because he's on a team of all-stars. Trumbo basically wasn't the player that people thought was going to be the stud for the Angels this year. I thought a lot of people thought the Angels had a few other players who were going to come up and do some special things. But I think had they put Trumbo and their top four hitters, during the season earlier, I think the Angels would be in first place right now. But I think the fact that they didn't know where to play him in the lineup kind of hurt their team. But I think his impact on that team has been extraordinary. And the simple fact that he leads that team in home runs, I believe he leads the team in RBIs as a rookie. I mean, he's a beast, and he can hit the ball real hard. I think Nova will show his worth and his to the Yankees and his wealth to the Yankees, as his postseason progresses. I mean, he's pitching. He's won. I believe he lost. He didn't lose late his last game. The Yankees team lost the game, but he's had quality starts. I believe in like his last 11 of his last 12 starts, and I'm talking like pitching 7 innings of just brilliant baseball. And I believe he had won 9 straight decisions. So he's 15-4. You can't criticize it. It is an apples and oranges argument, but I think the voters will punish Nova just because of the fact that he's on the Yankees, and I think a lot of people expect if you're on that team, you're going to succeed. In the National League, I think Mr. Kimbrel from the Braves will win the award because I think that anytime you set a record as a rookie, and a saves record at that, shows that you're a pretty special player. I mean, Feliz last year won it for the Rangers, and he did pretty much the same thing. Well, this kid Kimbrel has come from out of nowhere to win this year because yes, he had a year under Billy, talking with Billy Wagner and learning how to pitch and how to close games. I think that it's impressive what he's done on that team. I mean, Freddie Freeman, his teammate, has had a great season. And I think Mr. Worley from the Phillies has had a great season. But I think Worley's going to get punished because, again, he's on a superstar type team. And I think Freeman, I think his numbers aren't really spectacular. But when a rookie has 40-plus saves, that's pretty darn good. Some more good. Saturday is going to be awesome. Serena Williams, to my knowledge, has probably been the most humbled person probably in tennis, probably in decades. I've never seen a transformation of somebody who I've never said she was a bad person before or a difficult person before, but she's so much more likable today than she was, maybe 5, 6 years ago. And this weekend, she's going to take on Caroline Wozniacki. And it's the match that Caroline Wozniacki probably has been dreaming about having. Maybe not so much, being a semifinal match. I'm sure she would love to have this match in the finals. But I think that she is absolute. This is her. This is her season. This is her career. This is her legacy match. She's never won a single slam, and essentially, yes, she's playing Serena in the semis. I think she believes in her heart and her mind that if she wins this match, she's going to go on and win the U.S. Open. And so Serena's just kicking the crap out of everybody who's in her wake. I mean, she's not even, you know, she's not taking any prisoner. She's just literally steamrolling any person that's on the court against her. And I think Caroline is just going to get steamrolled as well. She'll play hard. She'll play, determined. But if Serena is serving well, this match won't even be worth 45 minutes worth watching. But then again, like I said, Caroline is searching for that vindication and legitimation, and hopefully she will put a good show on. But if this game is being played at night, like I believe that it is, Serena Williams is the last American hope out there to win this tournament. I think Serena's going to destroy her, and Serena's going to reaffirm to the world that she is number one player in the world. She's won 17 straight matches on hard courts, and since she's come back from her injury, she only has one loss. And so she's due, and she's ready to become the best in the world again. And the final good, I think, is a good for everyone in this lovely city. The Los Angeles Dodgers, folks. You can say what you want to about the Dodgers. You can say what you want to about the whole McCourt divorce situation. But Don Mattingly deserves some votes for Manager of the Year. This team has been essentially left for dead since June. And for the team to just be within a couple of games of getting to 500, with Matt Kemp and Clayton Kershaw having career seasons, Kemp would be the MVP of this league if the Dodgers were just, within a few games of the wild card, or just 5 games within the wild card. I think Kemp would get the MVP in this league because he's probably going to come close to going 40-40. I think he's got 33 home runs, and he's got almost 40 steals out already. And Clayton Kershaw, I don't know, he's 17-5 with a 2.45 earned run average. He's up there in strikeouts. He's up there in, quality starts and complete games. And he's just having an extraordinary year. And again, it's another apples and oranges, argument in terms of him and Roy Halladay and Cliff Lee, and Mr. Kimbrel may get some, Cy Young Award votes as well. But I think, and Ian Kennedy, of course, from the Diamondbacks has got 18 wins already. It's going to be a very interesting vote for these major awards in the National League, because you really have to put in perspective what it is these gentlemen have accomplished. I mean, Matt Kemp, essentially this year, he's been the best player in the National League. I mean, I know Ryan Braun has been, great for the Brewers, and I know, Prince Fielder has been as well. And their teams are both they're going to go to the playoffs. Yes, we get it. But the fact of the matter is that Matt Kemp has had the best baseball season in the National League. And he's doing it on a team that has had so much turmoil, that really hasn't had anybody in front of him do anything all season long. I mean, they've sat down Ethier because of his knee, and Ethier's numbers have dropped off considerably the second half of the season. They got rid of Furcal. I mean, for him to put up the numbers that he has put up this regular season, I'm sorry. I think he deserves to be the MVP of the National League, and if I had a vote, I'd give it to him, because I think Prince Fielder is breaking down or wearing down. Ryan Braun is starting to carry the team more so now. But the fact that Braun missed a bunch of games due to the injury, I think that hurts his chances of winning this award. But I'm just one man. So we'll see how it turns out. But I give the Dodgers a lot of props. And I think, 2012, the Dodgers will be something to watch, because Lily's pitched better this year. Billingsley's had a good year. Kuroda's had a good year. And so has Kershaw. They got a formidable rotation. They just got to settle their bullpen situation. They got to pick up somebody who can sort of get the table set. They have somebody, Mr. Roberts, as fast as lightning. And so this team is, they're moving in the right direction. And Don Mattingly, he's showing why many people felt he should have been a manager a long time ago, because, he's kind of been, I guess, impervious to this whole situation, to be able to sort of keep his players going forward. And a good weekend series against the Giants coming up. And, to finish the season over 500 has to be the goal. And hopefully they will get it done. And we'll be back to talk about the bad. We're going to do it without the music, I think, on 89.7 KLES FM after this.